So I thought I would give you guys a little tour of my crafting space. I got this little printer press drawer at a antique store, and I just started putting a bunch of little things in it. And then down here I've been working on this watercolor workbook, so I have all my painting stuff out. And then this is kind of like a little filing cabinet. I have my inks in here and some vintage papers and whatnot in here. This is all vintage stuff. In here are washi tapes. Just envelopes. All kinds of envelopes. Some coffee dyed, some vintage. Oh, and it says stencils. My stencils are in here too. I got a whole baggie full of stencils. In this drawer are some vintage cards, some little tiny bags, and my clear pockets. And then we have my eco-dyed papers that I made several years ago. I don't use them very often. It was an experiment I wanted to try out. I got some doilies, and I don't even know where I got these. They're like blank index cards. There's some paper. Down here is a vintage music paper book, and then I forget what they call, mulberry paper, which I also don't use very often. Down here I have my handmade paper, and then down in the bottom, this is a vintage 1962-63 school calendar. It does have some writing in it, but it's mostly blank. Then my autumn leaves that I laminated, some magazines, and some copybooks. And this copybook is dot grid. I used to do bullet journaling, and I had this little tote bag that is actually a toolbox from Harbor Freight, and I really liked it. I'll pick it up and show you guys. I really liked it because it's got bigger pockets here, pockets for pens and scissors, and there's a pocket on each side, and then on the other side there's the same amount of pockets. As you can see, I had a leak here. But these are also great for rulers. So inside here I have my planner. It's got November and December of 2023 in there, so I'm using that one now. I have one of these little inserts, what do you call it, like a traveler's notebook insert in there, and my Bible, and then I have another insert that I write a Bible verse. I write one Bible verse every day for a week, and then I change the verse. But I used to use this a lot when I went out, and I would like go to a park and do my bullet journaling or something like that, and I don't really use it much anymore, so I think I might switch to putting some of the stuff in this one, except I don't like... I got this from AARP I joined. I don't like this big shoulder strap, so I might cut that off, but I think this is good enough for when I want to go places. And I like that it's zippered. That's one of the things I always regretted about that one, is that it didn't have a zipper. Then this is my grandkids' toy shelf. On top here I just have another watercolor workbook. I have my Christmas journal all made up here, and I have some of the ephemera in here. My little tiny sewing machine, my printer for photos, and I got little mini envelopes and tags all in here. This is just scrap papers, scrap fabrics, more tags. This is basically what I use to keep my current projects that I'm using, except that this isn't my current project. I don't have it filled up with that stuff yet. Inside here I have some of my journals, some little golden books, and some other nature-y type books and bullet journaling books. In here, I have my grandkids' smocks, but this is just a mishmash. I got some vinyl from Dollar Tree, some more little stamps. Should take that out for Christmas. I made some coffee-dyed Rolodex cards. Some, let's see if I can pull it out more. There's some more lined and grid, like craft paper, washi tape. Then these are just some envelopes and pockets that I've made. Let's see down here. Just some gadgets, my heat gun, some craft scissors, my, envelope board thingy. This is supposed to be a stamper to help you stamp. I don't even use it. There's like a lace edging thing, a square. I use that more when I'm making actual books. In here I've got just cutouts of books and magazines that I've saved, and they're categorized in the different bags, like what is animals, what is plants, stuff like that. Down here I have baggies, parchment paper, and these are like jar stickers. Let me see if I can get that out for you. These are like clear plastic jar stickers, and I use these a lot when I'm trying to document my dried flowers and pressed flowers. So it's just one big giant sticker, and I just place it right down over my flowers, and there's a whole bunch of different designs. They're not all the same. Then over here I have alphabet and number stamps, just some glue and my roller, bone folders, things like that. Up here is just, washi tapes. This one, it was a Monet's Garden. Those are really pretty. My newest additions are my little woodland animal plates. And this room is basically woodland animal themed. Over here I just have some of my little things on here. That is my father when he was a baby. That was probably about 1929. And then my husband found me a little bird nest, and I just have a bunch of little nature-y type things. I'm sending these 2 candles to my daughter-in-law for her birthday. And then over here I just have a book and some plants, my grandson, and then over here, oh, I forgot, in here I have more stuff. There's some paper scraps in my camera box, gesso. There's a lot of foam brushes down there, some metal parts like book corners, things like that. Empty little containers. My thread for sewing in my sewing machine. Paper clips and a bunch of bingo cards. I hope I'm getting everything on camera because I'm kind of looking out and not at the camera. Over here I have my little Christmas tree collection. Pictures of me and my grandchildren, more nature stuff, buttons, candles. Here's more of my books. I had gotten these books for my kids in 1986, and we just found the last one the other day, and I was so happy to have those. My son Micah is like 38 now, and this was his favorite book when he was a baby. He would carry it around and say, "I see the birds, I see the birds." It was so cute. And I have a brick covered in contact paper to weigh things down. I've got all my fabrics are in here, just all different fabrics, and that's it, laces. Then inside here Oops, those are dog pads if I need them for my dog. My, what do you call it, laminator, more fabrics in here. Fabrics in the yellow box down there, some little policy envelopes, some old books, papers, cardstock, and these are wrapping paper books. And I think that's it for this cabinet. And then over here I just have some more vintage books that I like to just display. These were actually mine when I was little. And this was my son, his gonna be 47, I believe, in December. And this was made by someone in the hospital when he was born. So I still have that. And then I have my teacup collection up there, all my kids and grandkids on the wall. Here I have my desk, which no matter how big I get my desk, I still need a bigger one. I've got some stamps, there's stickers in here, all these little doodads, acrylic paint markers, there's my current journal, some papers that I've been using. It's pretty self-explanatory. I have all scissors and stuff hanging there. Those are all like index cards. Mostly up there is my wax seal stuff. In here I have my little photo printer and some other little like journaling cards and stuff that I've made. Some vintage identification books. This isn't vintage though. Some more inks, tapes, cutters. I even have some sticks here because I want to make another book like this someday with a stick on the binding. But anyway, let's get back. My vintage typewriter, it's temperamental, and then all my papers and scraps of papers. I got there's a lot of bunch of scissors in here. My paper cutter. This is all my watercolor stuff in this drawer. Down here I have my smock, some markers, my little mini, what do you call it? I don't remember what you call it. Let's see, in here I've got, these are all labels, tags, and staples are in here. I hope that was showing. I'm going to keep looking. So there's some mini paper books and my stapler, some glue, some odds and ends down here. I just mostly got paper scraps and some wire brushes and some Velcro. Up here I have my my die cuts and my die cutting machine. It's right there. Down here I have some golden books, my centering ruler. This is empty, I think, yeah. I got my heat and bond down there, some packing tape, a vintage book down there, and then in here is all just different ephemeras, stickers, sticker books. There's markers in here, this thing. And more envelopes that I've made, and my clear dies are in here, and just like journaling cards and envelopes and stuff like that. These are things that I've fussy cut out. And then I have my crocodile and some more, this is just no, not an empty box, more paint markers, and some of these wooden things that you get at Dollar Tree. I really need to use more. There's some little Easter eggs. And then down here is my little mini safety pins. Let's see. Turn on the light. Oops. I've got some metal letters. I've got some little tiny tassel paper clips. Wooden ladybugs and wooden bees, sequins, bingo markers, corners, and tags. And that's it for there. And let's see. Oh, and then in here, I've got paint. These are all my bookbinding threads and needles in here. In here, I've got laces, a crocodile, some little flowers, just bits of odds and ends in there. And I've got some masking tape. Basically, that's about it in there. I also have this thing that I've never really figured out how to use it, but it's like you're supposed to be able to put your signatures in there. It's for bookbinding, poking holes in the proper places. I've never really used it that much. Over here I have beads and charms, piano paper. In here I have my old Xyron machine and my old glue runner, which I also don't use very often. I think they don't even make that Xyron anymore, I don't think. And then in here I have some die cutting tags and journaling cards and stuff like that. And I almost forgot that this lifts up. Whoa, it's hard to do with one hand with stuff on top. And inside I just have more piano rolls and just paper scraps. Yeah, all kinds of different papers. Watercolor paper. I'm gonna have to use that. So I also have this set up in this is actually another room, and I just have my printer on here and a whole bunch of other like dollar store craft supplies in here, and these bins are just my linens. And then I forgot I have this other little cabinet that it's all, every drawer, I think there's one drawer with tissue paper, and all the other drawers are stickers, and they're supposed to be categorized, but they're all mixed up now. And that is the extent of all my crafting stuff. Over there is where I keep all my journals that I've already made, and there's actually more like vintage stuff up there that I don't use very often. I'm not big into the vintage stuff anymore. That's my living room slash craft room. My favorite room in the house. It's crowded and very maximalist. And then this room is really the dining room, but we've made it into a dining room slash second living room. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well, then you're happy and healthy, and soon I will be starting my decorations of my journal, my Christmas journal. So then, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.